welcome back to my channel. I'm here again with my new episode and some new set of books. Let's jump onto it.
So last week I picked 3 books and 1 podcast. Let me start with the books first. So the first book which I picked for the week was a thriller by Karen Slaughter by name Broken. So Karen Slaughter, I picked this author because I've heard a lot of good reviews about her books, The Pretty Girl or The Good Daughter. So I've heard a lot about these books. So I thought let me finally pick a book from this author. So I didn't wanted to pick the ones which are like well known for there being some very graphical violence or something of that sort. That's where I think Pretty Girl and The Good Daughter falls. So I picked something which I felt like it might be a milder one to start with if Karen Slaughter is of someone who writes that kind of books. So Broken, this was a very average book for me. I did not like it that much also, and I ended up giving it a 3 rating, I believe. So the story goes like there is this small town where this 20-year-old girl gets brutally murdered and her body is found in a lake, and then the town police officer Lena and her boss Frank, they arrest this mentally retarded boy Tommy, and Lena makes him confess that this murder is committed by him. But it so happens that this Tommy commits suicide by writing that it's not him who has killed Allison. And meanwhile, there is this another character, Sarah, who is a widow of a policeman, George, and she has come to her home for I think Thanksgiving holiday or some holiday, some vacation. She used to be a medical practitioner, I believe, when she was there in that town. So she gets a call from some unknown person saying that her patient Tommy used to be her patient at one point of time. So her patient Tom is arrested for some crime which definitely he has not committed, and he is in a very trouble situation, and he's constantly crying and he's asking for help, and he is telling that Sarah can help. So this person says Sarah to go and check on him. So when Sarah arrives at police station, she finds Tommy is killed, as in he has committed suicide, and he has written there as not me. So that is where Sarah kind of gets doubt on there is something which is going on wrong here, and it is not really the thing what is being shown, that Allison is killed by Tommy, and that is what is getting framed there. But Sarah gets a doubt that Lena is doing some tricks here, and she is hiding the real truth, and she calls up the some higher agency or something, and she arranges for agent by name Trent to come to the town to investigate this murder. So this agent Trent who comes in, and together with Sarah they start trying to uncover what exactly has gone wrong. Meanwhile, there will be some other murders, there will be one more boy who gets murdered, and this boy is Allison's boyfriend. So yeah, so altogether 3 murders happen, and all the murders look similar, and it is seen as if it's done by a same person. So that is where the story revolves, and Sarah and Trent finding out who exactly is behind these murders. Is it Lena or is it somebody else? And what is the reason for these murders exactly? Is it related to some grudge which was there in somebody's heart, or is it related to something else? So that is where the story revolves. And For me, it was not really that much connecting story and all. There were many point where I was like so bored, and I really wanted to drop this book, kind of a thing. But then it's okay, I kept on listening to it, just wanted to see what exactly is the reason. And finally, though the reason is like kind of good enough, but even then it was not really a very book which would make you think, oh wow. So that effect was not there. It was okay, very average book. So maybe other books of Karen Slaughter will be better than this. I will definitely pick other books. Let's hope that those will not be as disappointing as this book for me. Okay, moving on. So the next book I picked was What You Never Knew by Jessica Hamilton. So this is the first book what I picked, and this was okay kind. Again, a 3 rating book. There is nothing very what do you say, different kind of a story or anything. It was very average. So this is like a horror thriller book. So the story begins with two sisters. One is June and another one is May. And May, she meets with an accident and she dies. So her spirit starts haunting June, her sister June. And June comes to know that there is this island which belonged to her mother April, and it was never, like, her lawyer comes and contacts June and says that now that both your mother and your sister is dead, there is some news which I had to give you. And there is this property, this island, which your mother claimed that it was sold a few years back, but that is not the truth. This island is now all yours. It was never sold, so you will have to go to this island and sort out the things or what you want to do with it. So June comes to know that all this while she was told that there is no such property, or there is this island which is already sold, kind of a thing. And they had ran out of this island in a very mysterious way, that overnight her mother made both May and June run out of this island. Okay, so there is something of very mysterious story behind why they left this island when they were kids, right? So June gets a shock, thinking that what exactly is happening, like why her mother lied to her, or why her sister May did not tell anything about this island, whether she knew anything or not. So all these things come to June's mind. June has 2 kids, and she is a divorcee, and then she is already in a very grief kind of a mood. So she finally decides that she will go to this island and to see what exactly went wrong there years back, and why her mother ran away from that island, and what is this new news that island belongs to her, kind. So she goes there, and slowly she starts seeing that the things are not really looking like how they seem to be from the external thing. So she starts realizing that there is someone who is trying to make her go away from this island, or there is someone who is like trying to mess with her, and she starts getting scared. And she also starts hearing May's voice, and she realizes that May's spirit is trying to haunt her and give her some information or something. So she slowly starts uncovering that her mother is not really whom she tried to show herself. She has a lot of dark secrets, and there was something which went very wrong in this island, and June is very determined to find out what exactly was that. and what really happened in that island when they were kids. So that is where the story revolves. um, yeah, it's overall it is fine, one time read it is, so you can definitely give it a try. So it was a 3 rating book for me. Yeah, that's about it. Then the third book what I picked for this week was from lifestyle and spiritual category of the book, because I really wanted some deviation, right? So this book is from Miguel Ruiz, and the book is The Voice of Knowledge. So what exactly is Voice of Knowledge? So what Miguel says is that why we are not happy actually, that is because we are so much confused, and we tend to get influenced by everything and anything. So voice of knowledge is not really what you're thinking, it is a lie which is within us, which we actually trust, right? So he says in each one of us there is a tree of knowledge, but in this tree there lies this person who is prince of liar. So the voice what we keep on hearing sometimes, right, which tells us that oh, you should self-doubt, are you good enough, are you perfect, if you're not perfect you're a waste. So all these thoughts or all this voice which you hear, right? So Miguel says this is voice of knowledge actually, which is not true. It's actually a lie which we tend to believe, and with that belief we try to live our life, and we end up ruining it completely, and we are not happy, we are not satisfied, we think that we are a waste. So he talks about how you can actually handle this one, how can you silence your inner that voice which is constantly misguiding you. So many times it is your own deed what you do, so or sometimes it is by others influence, like some other person comes and tells you something and you trust that. So he talks about how you can actually overcome these things, how you can actually try to feel content. So this book talks about all these things. It was really a very nice read, and there were a lot of good points which kind of helped me to understand things. So there were these 2 points which he actually emphasized, which said like, don't believe yourself and don't believe others. So these 2 points were really nice, like when he tried to explain it in depth, right, the value of those things you'll definitely understand. So it is there were a lot of good takeaway from this book for me, and it was a really nice read. 4.5 5-star book for me, so you can definitely go for this. So the last one was not a book, it was a Audible original podcast by Michael and Oliver. So this podcast had around 5 episodes, each episode around 20 minutes long. Okay, so this podcast was named as Get Happy, Introduction to Happiness. So it was a very nice listen, and how each episode picked one kind of area, and these people were discussing on what is good, what is not good, and they were giving kind of examples of the people who have experienced it, and the real life stories were also brought in, and these real life survivors or people shared their information and told how things got better when they changed their mindset. So there were few of the things which were very very nicely put up. For example, this person tells here that why are we not happy actually. So the main reason why we are not happy, because we are chasing happiness and we are like putting up huge milestones and goals in front of us, and when we are not able to achieve that, we instantly say that to ourselves that we are nothing, we are just waste and we couldn't achieve that goal. So now if you have not achieved that goal, then that means you're like just waste. You're not eligible to even think about being happy. So that is where we people miss that, and we end up ruining our happiness completely. So this person says like, why can't you be just happy with even being alive at this moment and able to breathe, able to see the world, able to talk to loved ones? Why can't we be happy for even this one? Like, why can't we be happy? We are always looking for some big goals or something to be called as reason for our happiness. Why can't we be just happy for just being able to experience this moment of life, right? So that was really a very nice takeaway for me from this podcast. So yeah, overall it was really nice, and they did tell about what is the importance of meditation. I think we all know what is the importance of meditation. Like, there were some exercises in each podcast, the ending 1 or 2 minutes they were allocating for some certain experiments or like examples, or like homework kind of a stuff, so which people can actually try to follow and see how it goes, or they're able to do it or not. So overall it was really nice, so I think I gave it a 4 star. So definitely, if you're interested, you can go and listen to that. For all of these things, I have linked the Audible link in my description. So this podcast is a free one, so if you're a member, and you can freely access it and you can listen, you need not spend a credit on it. Rest of them requires a 1 credit, or like you have to pay. So yeah, if you are interested in listening to any of these things, to visit the links which are there in my description. So that's all I had for this episode of Sneak Peek into my last week. I'll come back with some more interesting books. So until we meet next time, this is Sahana signing off. Bye bye. And of course, yes, if you like the content what I post here, do subscribe to my channel.